Hari Om. Let us chant the last 10 verses of chapter 7, starting from verse 21. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhaya chittumichhati tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadham yaham sataya shraddhaya yuktaha tasyaradhanamihate labhate cha tatha kaman mayaiva vihitan hitan antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedhasam devan devayajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhayaha param bhavamajanantaha mama vyayamanutamam naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha मूढ़ोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको मामजमव्ययम् वेदाहं समतीतानि वर्तमानानि चार्जुन भविष्याणि च भूतानि मां तु वेद न कश्चन इच्छाद्वेष समुत्थेन द्वन्द्वमोहेन भारत सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहं सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप येषां त्वन्तगतं पापं जनानां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वन्द्वमोहने मुक्ताः भजन्ते मां दृढव्रताः जरामरणमोक्षाय मामाश्रित्य यतन्ति ये ते ब्रह्म तद्विदुः कृत्स्नम् अध्यात्मं कर्म चाखिलम् साधिभूतादिदैवं मां साधियज्ञं च ये विदुः प्रयाणकालेऽपि च मां ते विदुर्युक्तचेतसः।
सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्यावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Verse number 21, which we were studying. Yaha, yaha, whoever, whatever form a devotee seeks to worship with Shraddha, faith, I make that Shraddha, faith of his unswerving, which is where we were studying. The four types of devotees divided into two. The first three belongs to the first category. The fourth one belongs to the second category. We called it as Sakama and Nishkama. So the first three are grouped as Sakama Bhaktas. The fourth one is grouped as Nishkama Bhakta. Bhakta means one who is worshipping, devoted to God. So a person who is devoted to God is the one who is called as a Bhakta. And this Bhakta is of two. And this Bhakta is of two. Sakama and Nishkama. Till now he is talking about the benefits of Sakama Bhakti. Next he is going to talk about the limitations of that. He is not going to say it as wrong. He is going to talk about the limitations of it. So first is, what are the benefits of it? What is the benefits of it? The first benefit is you will be called as a virtuous person. The first benefit of Sakama Bhakti is you will be called as a virtuous person. Why you are called as a virtuous person? Because from a highly egoistic attitude, you are able to accommodate a higher power. The highly egoistic attitude is without devotion at all, where the person says, everything happens because of me, and all failure happens also because of me. So the kartrutva is very, very high. So a virtuous person means the kartrutva has diluted a bit, but still there. To that extent, because of the dilution of the kartrutva, they are called virtuous. So why are they called virtuous? The kartrutva is diluted. In the kartrutva, what makes the kartrutva to get diluted? Because they are able to conceive and be worshipful to a higher power, what we call as God, divine. And when they go to God, Sakama, they go. What do they go for? Artaha, Artharthi, Jignasu. They go for these three. Artaha, Artharthi, Jignasu. So, not worshipping God and seeking all this is worst. Worshipping God and seeking all this is slightly better. That's the gradations he is giving. Carefully follow. Not worshipping God at all and seeking all these is the worst. Completely, fully materialistic person. Second stage is you seek these three, but you are able to worship God. To that extent, it is virtuous. And because you are worshipping God, and God grants you whatever you want, He grants you. But you don't understand the limitation of it. He grants you whatever you want, He will grant you. But you don't understand the limitation of it. From the next verse onwards, he is going to talk about the limitations of the first three categories, Sakama Bhakti, and then he is going to talk about the glory of Nishkama, where it will lead you to moksha. So when he goes to Nishkama, he will say, there is no need to even ask God for anything. Why there is no need to ask God for anything? Because God knows what to give, sir. Correct? Don't go to God. You will be very scared if you go to God. Because God will want to give you moksha only. Why will God want to give you Arthakama? Are you able to follow? If you give a choice and go to God and pray to God, you give me whatever. Don't make that mistake of asking that to God, because you will get very scared. Why? Because what will God love to grant you? What will God want to grant you? He will not want to grant little bit more artha, little bit more kama, little bit more name, little bit more fame, or put you in the heaven, or make you the American president, or if there is a thing called global president. God will not want to give you any of these. Per se, what will God want to grant you? Moksha. A Nishkama Bhakta understands that, therefore he goes and stop asking God for all these three. That's how the sequence is. Therefore they say, just simply pray to God. God will give you whatever. You don't have to ask God, sir. God knows what you want to know. What does God know? What do you want? According to God, Srikant, only one thing you need. What? Moksha. That's all. Nothing before that, nothing after that. If I am not seeking that, what can he do? So he grants whatever you are wishing, he grants, isn't it? When you are stuck in the traffic jam, if God were to come and ask, what do you want now? What will you say? At least I was thinking like that. Huh? Yeah. At least I was thinking, water has entered the car and it looks like it's floating on the ocean. You know, it was floating like that. And everybody is honking and power is off. It's so dark, pitch, you can't see anything around. At that point of time, a thought came to me. Suddenly, if God were to come in front of me and ask, what do you want? What will I say? Take me home safely first. All that I will see. Moksha Allah, tomorrow class la pathirlam. Yeah. Tomorrow's class la I will see moksha and all that. Now, simply take me safely home. And two things you have to make sure safety. What are the two things that he has to ensure safety? First is the car. Yeah. First safety is the car. But then I have to come and answer to Meera now. No. Yeah. Then what happens, sir? Don't you know weather report has come? You should not have taken the car out. If she asks now, what will I do? So I have to protect the car, and then I have to protect myself. Moksha and all is out of question at that point of time. Nishkama Bhakta doesn't experience these kind of things because he is very clear. What is it that is very clear? Only moksha. And moksha you need not ask, because he understands that you need not ask for moksha, because free you are already. You need not ask for moksha. Who will you go and ask for moksha? Nobody, because free you are already. All that Nishkama Bhakta understands, and he attains liberation. That's how he is going to conclude. So, verse number 21. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhakta. What is it? Whatsoever you do it with Shraddha, you will get it. Shraddha means two things. Shraddha means two factors goes into Shraddha. One is the attitude, another is the proper technique, the procedure. When it comes to Sakama Bhakti, all materialistic achievements, procedure is very important. When it comes to moksha and growth, attitude becomes important. Remember this distinction. When it comes to materialistic achievements, the procedure, the skill, the technique is important. Attitude takes a secondary stage there. Attitude becomes secondary. If you want growth, if you want spiritual growth, moksha, attitude becomes primary. Procedural details becomes secondary. That is why in Sakama Bhakti there is rules and regulations. In Nishkama Bhakti, Patram, Pushpam, Palam, Toyam. In Sakama Bhakti, there are procedures. In meaning, any worldly achievements, there are procedures. And if you miss any step, you will not get the result. If you want the result, you have to carefully follow all the steps. Then only you will get the result. So, in worldly achievements, what is important? Procedure is important. Attitude is secondary there. Our attitude is more like the design on the coffee, isn't it? It is more like a decoration, that's all. You may have it, you may not have it. But procedure wise, if you do it rightly, you will get the result. But when it comes to moksha, when it comes to spiritual evolution, what takes primary? What becomes primary? The attitude becomes primary. The procedure, we are not saying procedure is not important. What is primary and what is secondary? But both equal, sir. If both are equal, you are very confused. For both cannot be equal. One takes precedence over the other. That's why in Vedanta, we keep talking about the attitude. Because it is the attitude that is predominant in spiritual growth. The bhava, the attitude with which you do is predominant. Yo yam tanum bhaktaha shraddha. With shraddha, if you do all the procedure rightly, you will get the result. I will make sure that you will get the result. Remember, chapter 9 will be a repetition of chapter 7. Yo yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhayarchitum icchati. Here he is saying, Ananya sintayanto mam yejana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. That he says in chapter 9. Actually, it is more like chapter 9 is more like a mirror image of chapter 7. Beautiful chapter. What is it? If you do it with Shraddha, I will make sure that you get the result. That is why if you want worldly benefits also, and if you do it with Shraddha, you will get it. You will get it. I'll make sure that you get it. Appa, thank you, Krishna, you will say. You will say, thank you, Krishna. Say, wait. One more is there. Just listen to it and go. Clear. Just wait. Clear. I will make sure that you get it. Thank you, Krishna, for taking up that responsibility. Because he is taking that responsibility. He is assuring that he will give you. Nobody is wanting to take that responsibility. He is taking that responsibility by telling you that I will grant you. Thank you, Krishna. You will say, wait. Just wait. One more thing I want to tell you. Listen to that also and go. One more thing I want to tell you. What is that one more thing that I want to tell you? Venkat will tell us that. Yeah. Venkat solvari ipo enna. Verse number 22 padingo.
Sataya shraddhaya yuktaha tasyaradhanamihate labhate cha tatha kaman mayaiva vihitan hitan. Sataya shraddhaya yuktaha tasyaradhanamihate labhate cha tatha kaman mayaiva vihitan hitan.
Endowed with that Shraddha, faith, he seeks the worship of that form, and from it he fulfills his desires, these being verily ordained by me alone. endowed with that Shraddha, he seeks the worship of that form. And from it here refers to what? It here refers to that form. From that form, he fulfills his desires, these being verily ordained by me alone. You are all thinking that you go to Lakshmi, Lakshmi will grant you wealth. You go to Saraswati, Saraswati will grant you knowledge. You go to Dhanvantri, Dhanvantri will grant you health. You are thinking all these forms are giving you that. No, no, no. I have told them to give it, therefore they are doing it. I have ordained. I have ordained. What a stance he takes here. I have ordained. It's not that those deities are giving, because who gave power to those deities to grant you? Who gave power to those deities? I have given power to them. Therefore, I am the one who is making sure that all your desires gets fulfilled if you do it with Shraddha. Fulfillment of desires means you get that. You want wealth, you get wealth. You want peace of mind, you get peace of mind. You want some particular aspect of knowledge to be revealed, that is revealed to you. A chemist wanting to know the chemical part of the life to be revealed, that knowledge gets revealed. A physicist asks for the physical aspect of life and that knowledge gets revealed. The economist asks for another type of knowledge, that knowledge gets revealed, meaning that desire is fulfilled. So, endowed with that Shraddha in that previous verse, endowed with that Shraddha that he said in the previous verse, you worship that form, Sakama, meaning all other forms you are worshipping. No, they have not yet come to me. They have not yet come to me. You are still seeking, you are still worshipping other forms only. And when you do that, when you worship that form with Shraddha, and that form will make sure that you are blessed. What is the extra factor that he is saying here? Don't think that form is blessing you. Even there, who's blessing you? Even there, who's blessing you? I am the one who is blessing through that form. Therefore, any form that you worship, who are you actually worshipping? You are only worshipping me. Sarvadeva namaskaraha keshavam pradigacchati. That's the prayer. Akashat patitantoyam yata gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaraha keshavam pradigacchati. Keshavam pradigacchati on namai, meaning you do namaskaras to all devas, devatas, the forms. Where does it all reach? Where does it all reach? Finally, it reaches me only. Finally, it reaches me only. Just as Akashat Patitam Toyam. Wherever water falls from the sky, where does it reach? Ocean. Ultimately, Akashat Patitam Toyam Yada Gacchati Sagaram. It moves in the direction of the ocean and it will not stop till it reaches it. Similarly, any deity you worship, any form you worship, any god you worship, all comes to me only. Why? Because I have ordained it to be so. Vihitan. Vihitan means I told them, therefore they are. I told them, therefore they are doing this. There are no many gods, even though At one level, there seems to be many gods, and every god will grant your prayer. If you actually look at it, there are no many gods. All the wishes are fulfilled only by me. And I have the capacity to give you two things. In the right hand, I have one. The left hand, I have one. Right hand, I have. The right hand, I have Artaha, Artharthi, Jignasu. On the left hand, I have Jnani, Moksha. I have these two in my hands. Whatever you want, you ask. I'll give. Because I am the giver. Whatever you want, you ask. I'll give. Okay, left hand and all we'll see later. Anyway, that's a bad hand. We will not want anything from the left hand. Whatever is in the right hand. And what is in the right hand? Artaha, Artharthi, Jignasu. I make sure that it is fulfilled. Why? Because that is how it is ordained. And who ordained it? That's how it is decided. That's how the law is made. And who made that law? Who is the lawmaker? I am that lawmaker. I am that lawmaker sitting in the form of Paraprakriti, making sure that all the Aparaprakriti does their respective jobs rightly. In the Artha Jignasula, don't forget the initial portions of the 7th chapter. Paraprakriti, Aparaprakriti, last Janma la ketta mari irukudhu sir. Looks like we heard it in last Janma. Where do we? So all this is done by, all this happens because that's how it is ordained. And who ordained it? I did it. Who ordained it? I did it. I here refers to not the limited body of Krishna, the supreme being, the supreme entity, the consciousness that enlivens the body of Krishna. It's not the body of Krishna. It is the consciousness that is enlivening the body of Krishna. So Krishna associating with the consciousness that is enlivening the body, saying I. Similarly, we all can say I, because it is the same consciousness that enlivens the body of Krishna, is the same consciousness that enlivens our physical body. Krishna's physical body has a date of birth, and Krishna's physical body has a date of death. Our physical body has a date of birth, and it has a date of expiry, isn't it? When he says, I, not the body of Krishna, not the individuality of Krishna, but the consciousness that is enlivening the individuality Krishna. So identifying with that, he says, I. And we have seen this any number of times. All enlightened masters speaks the language of I. Jesus Christ says, come to me. Buddha says, come to me. Ramatirtha says, come to me. Now there's a problem. If you come to me, come to me, come to me. Who do we go to? How do we decide who to go to? It doesn't really matter. Any form that you take and follow, you will end up there. That's what he said. It doesn't really matter which form you take. Take up some, you have to necessarily take some form in the beginning. Necessarily you have to take some form in the beginning. Take that form. Doesn't matter. But where will you end up? You will end up in me. Why? Because this is how it is ordained. This is how it is ordained. From the angle of, this is from the angle of the bhakti. From the angle of jnanam, we understand what? From the angle of jnanam, we understand Anta comes only when you reach the supreme reality. Till you reach the supreme reality, there is no anta. It is a constant, continuous chase. Again, we repeat. Till you hit Brahman, there is no anta. You will continuously keep chasing. From one deity to other deity, you will keep moving. From one goal to another goal, you will keep moving. What is that one goal to another goal that you keep moving? When you are, what is success at the age of 1? For the 1-year-old child, what is success? Olunga nadanda, isn't it? That if it can walk without a support, success. What is success at the age of 5? You want a doll and you get it. It is success. What is success at 15? What is success at 30? Clear. At 20, the university. At 25, the job. I'm just saying arbitrarily. Number don't get early. Arbitrarily I'm saying. At 30, the marriage. At 40 and 45, what is success? I want to educate my children and make sure they are well settled. Yeah, that becomes success. Where did you start? What was your success at starting point? Yeah, that was success, isn't it? Every time you try to get up, you are falling and breaking your teeth, breaking your nose. So from that, what success is? You have to make sure that your children are well educated and well settled, and you have provided for them also, sir. Financial planning. For whom? For children also. It means success. At 60, what is success? Something else. If one person listens to you at 60, that is success, isn't it? What is success at 60? Subramaniam. That is success, isn't it? You go to office, nobody listens to you in the office. You come home, first of all, there is no home only in the first place. So what is success? After doing all these, if one person listens to you, that appears to be success at 60. At 70, what is success? Food that I eat should get digested. Other than that, there should not be a knee pain. There should not be a leg pain. That is success. At 80, what is success? At 80, what is success? Nobody is here at 80. Yeah. At 80, what is success? Manohar. Kashtam kudukama poirnu, sir. Yeah. Yarkum kashtam kudukama, you have to pass away. Yeah. That is success at. For each and everything, there is one deity. For each and everything, there is one deity, and that deity will grant you respectively. But what will happen? You get it. But what will happen? As a human being, there will not be any change in you as a person. This is how we understand it from the angle of knowledge. You get it, but as a being, as an individual, there won't be any betterment. As a human being, there won't be any change in you. Therefore, even when you are seeking the other three, what are you seeking? You are only seeking me. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Which he will say in 26-27, come to me directly. Why go through so many deities and then finally come? Instead, come to me directly. But very difficult to come to him directly, because this apara prakriti is always more attractive. Paraprakriti, there is nothing attractive in Paraprakriti. In Aparaprakriti, there is Lots of attractions and temptations are there in. So in order to help you to get out of the temptation, he is going to tell you the limitation. Why can't you go to him directly? Because there is nothing much, there is nothing very attractive in him directly, but there is lot of things attractive in the wealth. There is an attraction. In the power, there is an attraction, isn't it? You have power, what an attraction it is there. You have wealth, there is something. You have power, you have name, you have fame, all these things. You are in ICU, nobody is visiting you. Yeah. And then you are in ICU, 50 people are visiting you. What a relief, isn't it? All these have its own inherent limitations. So in order to get you out of the temptation and make you come to him directly, he will expose the limitation. Are you able to follow? Even though there are these two things, this para and apara, the lower and the higher, why can't you go to the higher and why do you still keep going to the lower? Because there is something is very attracting there. Something is very attracting there. In order to make you not to go there, he can't tell you don't go, don't go, don't go. Yeah. More he says don't go, more you will go there only, isn't it? More he says it is useless, useless I will keep it, isn't it? Even if it is useless, doesn't matter, I will keep it. I will want it. Therefore, in order to make sure that you don't go to the other deities because of temptations and losing your direction, he will tell you what are the limitations of it. Two things he is going to tell you. What are the limitations of it and who goes there? Who will go there and what are the limitations of it? Carefully follow. He started by saying they are virtuous. Carefully, you should follow the sequence. All four are virtuous. He repeated it. He reinforced all four are virtuous. Still, he maintains that all four are virtuous. And then in that comparison between the two, he is going to say, what are the limitations of that and who goes there? What are the limitations of that and who will go there? That is verse number 23. 23 padinga.
Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedasam devan devayajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedasam Devan devayajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi.
Finite indeed is the fruit to those who are of small intelligence. The worshippers of the gods go to the gods. Likewise, my devotees reach me. Finite indeed is the fruit accruing, resulting to those who are of small intelligence. The worshippers of the gods go to the gods. Likewise, my devotees reach me. So, what is the nature of going to the gods and who goes there? Who goes there? Alpa Medasam. Where? Alpa Medasam. Medasam eduthungo. Shankar. Alpa Medasam. Medasam remove panna, what is left? Huh? Alpama. Alpa. Who will go to the other gods? Shankar. Correct. Alpa Medasam will go. The Medasam எடுத்துட்டேன்னா typical Chennai language you understand, isn't it? The typical Alpam Padavar, இல்லையா? Alpa Medasam, they go there. They don't have any small intelligence. Small intelligence na ஒண்ணு இல்லைன்னு அர்த்தம். People with no intelligence, zero intelligence, who are all alpams, will go there. Ravi na solla, Krishna solra. Don't get angry at me. Yeah. Why are you calling us alpam, sir? Yeah. How dare you call us alpam? Bal Krishna, I'm not saying that. You are only saying that. Yeah. You know, he has the name Krishna. Yeah, he only saying. What is he saying? Antavantu palam tesham tat bhavati alpamedasam. First we will see the alpamedasam and then we will see antavantu palam. We will see both. Alpamedasam means those who are of small intelligence. Small intelligence means no intelligence. Small intelligence means no intelligence will go there. Why they are, even though they are worshipping the divine, they are still called alpamedasam. Even though they are virtuous, even though they are worshipping gods, they are still called alpamedasam. Why they are still called alpamedasam? Because they have not discriminated. They have not discriminated and understood. They don't have the right discrimination. Before you do an action, you should have the right discrimination. You do action without having right discrimination means alpamedasam. So they seek artha, they seek artharthi, they seek dharma, artha, kama, all that they are seeking without the proper discrimination. Now we should not use the word discrimination, you have to use the word discernment. Without proper discerning, they pursue it. What did they didn't understand? It is finite. Finite means limited. Finite means limited. Limited means it has three. Because of these three, it is finite, it's useless. What are the three? We have seen this any number of times and it is worth reading it again and again and again. What are the three? All materialistic achievements have three doshas, defects. The three dosha, the three defect. The first dosha is dukkam. The first dosha is dukkam. The second dosha is atrupti. The third dosha is bandham. All materialistic achievements have these three doshas. Because of these three doshas, it is finite. The first dosha is dukkha mishram. Dukkha mishram means always come with dukkha only. All materialistic achievements come with dukkha only. That's why it's called dukkha mishram. The மூணு ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. Whenever I ask, please repeat it. Vijay, ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோப்பா. What are the three I said? Dukkam, atrupti, bandham. ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. Because I keep forgetting. First is dukkam. Why? Because all materialistic achievements comes with its own dukkam, pain. No pain, no gain. அதுதான் துக்கம். No pain, no gain. And the gain is not commensurate with the pain. The gain is never commensurate with the pain because the pain is more and the gain is swalpam. That's sir. Peanut, sir. Whole day I work, I slog. Whole day, whole month, whole year. And what they give in return? Peanuts, I don't know, whatever it is. So, first thing is dukkam. Dukkha mishram. It is always associated with pain. Number one. Second is What is the second thing I said? Atripti. Atripti means how much ever you get, you want more. Tripti doesn't exist at all. Tripti means contentment. How much ever you get, you will be discontented only. For you will want something of that more or something else. Again I repeat, atripti means either you will want something of that particular more or you will want something else. But nevertheless, you will always be in a state of atripti. Second problem. Second dosha, atripti. The third is bandham. Bandham means slavery. You become a slave of that. You enjoy that little bit, you get addicted to it. You get little bit of wealth, you get addicted to more wealth. You have some power, you get addicted to. You want more. You want more. Therefore, the third thing is bondage. Bondage in the form of bondage means slavery. Slavery because you get addicted to it. And the fact that you are addicted to it, you want it. The moment you get addicted to it, two things happens. The fear of losing it and wanting it more and more. You will be afraid of losing it and you will want it more and more. Alpamedasam don't understand this. Now are you able to connect? Alpamedasam do not understand this. Finite they are. Limited they are. They don't understand this. The moment you understand this, you will not chase this. Alpamedasam don't understand this. What do they don't understand? It is dukkham. Correct? All attainments comes with the dukkha. Pain. Pain is associated with it, isn't it? We have seen it. Acquiring wealth is painful. Preserving it is more painful. Parting with it is mudiyadhu. Yeah. Sir. Ingada attitude Vedanta will help us. Attitude mukkiyam dana, sir. I have the attitude to give. That's all. Don't ask me 1 rupee also, I will not give. Attitude wise, I will give. Yeah. Or number பழைய chief minister மாதிரி, isn't it? எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு இதயத்துல தான் இடம் கொடுத்துருவார், isn't it? Attitude wise I will give, because in Vedanta you say only attitude. No sir, I have all the attitude to give, but actual giving sir I cannot. Why? Because atrupti. I myself don't have enough. What will happen to me if I give? What will happen to me if I give? Therefore, first thing that happens with these finite results is what? It is associated with dukkha, pain. The Sanskrit word dukkha is something more meaningful than the English word sorrow, pain, suffering. Dukkha and the word has all this put together. The Sanskrit word dukkha has a combination of sorrow, pain, suffering, stress, all put together in one word. It's called dukkha. Dukkha nivritti itself is the thing about life, because you know that everything in life has its own, comes with dukkha. Can you avoid the dukkha and get anything? Adukku dhaan sir we go to God. That is why we go and pray to God. Why? Because God will remove the dukkha part and only the pleasant thing I get. God says, I cannot help it. Why? Because this is how I have ordained it, which he has already said in the previous verse. This is how it is ordained. Are you able to follow? You cannot avoid the dukkha and still get something. It is not possible. Yeah. Ashrama. It is very clearly established. All stages of life is ashrama. That's why we say ashrama to ponuma sir. Where you are is, there is no need to go to an ashram, because where you are is ashrama. Yeah, brahmacharya, ashrama, grihastha, ashrama. That's why we say there is no happily married ever after. Yeah, in ashrama, where can be where there is happily married ever after? Fairy tales. Only in fairy tales it will happen. In reality, there is no ashrama, there is no freedom, there is only ashrama. Okay, vanaprastha, ashrama, sannyasa, ashrama. So, life, the first thing about life is, it comes dukkha mishram, mixed with dukkha. Please carefully follow. It is not saying it's only dukkha. It is saying it is mixed with dukkha. The very fact that it is mixed with dukkha, whatever joy you get is overshadowed by that dukkha. Are you able to follow? It's not saying only dukkha. It's saying it is dukkha mishram. It comes with, mixed with dukkha. When it comes mixed with dukkha, sometimes they do that. No, what is mixed with dukkha? Karela, the Indian vegetable, is very, very sweet, isn't it? Karela, the Indian vegetable, is a very, very sweet vegetable. Nobody can eat it. So in order to make it palatable, the mothers add a little bit of jaggery to it. They add a little bit of jaggery to it. Because the little bit of jaggery reduces what? The little bit of jaggery reduces it. Why? Because it is associated with bitterness, dukkham. Right? Follow? So dukkham, it is not saying only dukkha. It is saying it is dukkham mishram, mixed with dukkha. The very fact that it is mixed with dukkha means whatever joy you get is overshadowed, overpowered by this dukkha. Alpa medasam, not understanding this, will go to God and pray. What? Grant me that which will come with dukkha. Clear the Alpa medasam, Srikant. Alpa medasam will go to God and ask. What will they go to God and ask? Sahasranama I am doing. Clear. Laksharchana also I am doing. And God will ask, okay, I'm pleased. What do you want? Give me that mixed with dukkha. Grant me that which comes with dukkha. Will any sane person ask that? That's why they are called alpa medasam. They don't clear. Alpa buddhina, no buddhi nartha. Alpa buddhi means no buddhi. They go and ask. First thing is what? Dukkham. The second thing is atrupti. God will grant you, okay, even with dukkham, he says, okay, even it is mixed with dukkham, I'll grant you. He grants you. What happens? Atrupti. Trupti means contentment. Atrupti means no contentment. Yeah. How much ever you get, what remains? Atruptikaram. Dukkha mishram, atruptikaram. Atruptikaram means no way you can get out of this atrupti. And what is atrupti? Either you want more wealth, either you will want more and more wealth, or you will want something along with it. But nevertheless, contentment doesn't arise. Atrupti. The third thing is bondage, slavery. Where does slavery come from? You are tasting little bit of success, no? You are tasting little bit of wealth. You are tasting little bit of success. You are tasting little bit of name. You are tasting little bit of fame. The moment you taste little bit of all that, what will happen? You become addicted to that. You become a slave of that. You become addicted to that. This slavery, this addiction is called bandham. So, Alpamedasam goes to God and they ask, grant me these three. What are these three that you will ask God to grant Alpamedasam? Dukkham, Atrupti, Bandham. And God says, Tathastu, granted. God says, Tathastu, granted. You have it. And then you go to God and complain, why did you give this? God will say, what can I do? You asked for it. Whatever you asked for, I grant you. But I didn't know. I didn't know. You can't say you didn't know because you are given the intellect. You are given the intellect. The instrument is given to you. The Shastras are available. The Shastras is available. The knowledge is available. The intellect, the instrument is given to you. If you didn't pay any attention to all this and you come and ask me these three, what I will give you? I'll give you only that. That is the second sentence of the verse. What is the second sentence of the verse says? The worshippers of the gods go to the gods. Likewise, my devotees reach me. Yeah. Ange rendu goshtiya pristaru. Clear? There are two goshtis now, two groups now. What are the two groups now? One is his devotees. Other is the other God's devotees. The other God's devotees go to them and they get respectively whatever they get. My devotees come to me and they get whatever they get. If you go to the other gods, what will you get? No peace, no security, no happiness. There's no peace, no security, no happiness. You can call it as Dukkham, Atrupti, Bandham. Or you can call it as peace, security, happiness. You go to the other gods, you will never get these three. God, you will never get peace, you will never get security, you will never get happiness. Instead of these three, what you will get? Dukkham, Atrupti, and Bandham. Now you have this knowledge, you will know whom to go. Ashaji. Now you have this knowledge, you will know whom to go. But sir, if we mix both, Shankar, Monday to Saturday, other gods. Sunday, Krishna. What if we combine both, sir? Win-win both, no? You win here and you win there also. What if you combine both? Adu Alpamedasam lendu Moodatma. Yeah. From Alpamedasam, that person will be called a Moodatma, Pramoodatma, Vimoodatma, etc. Why? Because you can't serve two gods at the same time. Take it or leave it, he says. You can't serve two gods at the same time. You can't serve God and Satan at the... You can't have two opposite goals at the same time. You can't move in opposite directions at the same time. And everybody tries this. What do they try? They try to move in opposite directions and they are split. That's why all human beings are split personalities only. Degree the difference. Only the degree. Yeah. But fundamentally all are split. What is the split? Try to serve to God, try to move in opposite directions at the same time. What is opposite directions at the same time means? Something of the other gods also and something of moksha also. Or first the other gods, and then once I get satisfied, enough is enough, and then come to Krishna, moksha. That's where the question is asked. When is enough? When is enough enough? Enough is never enough. Alpamedasam understands that. At one point of time, it looks very clear to you that if I get it, I'll be happy. If I get it, I'll be happy. If I get it, I'll be happy. You get it. It's not that you don't get it. You get it. But what didn't come? Tripti didn't come. Peace didn't come. Satisfaction didn't come. Happiness didn't come. You got what you wanted. But what didn't come? Oh no, sir, I didn't get what I want. I didn't get the quantum that I wanted. I wanted 100 crores and I got only 10 crores. That 90 crore gap is the pain, sir. Once if I get to that, once I get to that, that's it. Why 100 crores? Retirement plans for me and retirement plans for my children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Also some charity here and there also, sir. Okay. Also some charity here and there. Correct? Alpamedasam. These people are called. Lot of Chennai language Krishna is using, no? Yeah. Budaka he's saying, isn't it? Yeah. Alpa he's saying, all. That's why Bhagavad Gita, we all should like Bhagavad Gita so much because Srikant, he uses Chennai language a lot. Unga language use panna mattendrar. Your language is a very good, he comes from the interiors, very refined language they use. Here we use all, and Krishna is also using that same language. Alpamedasam. Alpameda. Meda means Meda Shakti, intellect. Alpa here refers to intellect, small intelligence. Small intellect means no intellect. You ask the person next to you, the person is having some laddu, you also like the laddu, you say, you ask, and the fellow pinch, a small pinch, like a pinch of salt he will give you. What will you say? What I asked and what you are giving, correct? Are you able to follow? That is the difference. What is being asked and what is being given. This is Alpamedasam. Their goals are finite. They possess a poor understanding. Meaning they don't have the proper understanding. They possess a poor understanding means they don't have the proper understanding. And the divine blessings are there. What is the divine blessings? The instrument is given, the Shastras are there. The divine blessings. What is the divine blessing? The instrument is there. Shastras are there, but the instrument is not there, is a problem. The instrument is there, but the Shastras is not there, again there is a problem. But both are given. What is the given? Both are given. What are the two? The Shastra is available. The instrument is also available. After having access to these two, also if a person is still going to other gods, Sunday morning Vedanta class category. And the category Krishna could not conceive of that category. He is saying Alpa because I don't have access. Here we are a unique category. What is a unique category? The instrument we have been spoken about, the knowledge is also given, and yet Alpamedasa. The worshippers of the gods go to the gods. My devotees reach me. Just the singular and plural. That's all. The singular and plural. Gods in plural, me singular. The me in singular refers to the one goal of liberation, moksha, self-realization, God realization. Gods in plural refers to the worldly pursuits. The worldly pursuits are, in technically it is called dharma, artha, kama. In English it is called name, fame, power, position, status, wealth, family. Health you say, isn't it? You can add health also to it. So in English language it is 8. In Sanskrit language it is 3. What is the 3? Dharma, artha, kama. Gods in plural. In English, what is plural? Name, fame, power, position, status, family, wealth, health. You add health also to that. All these you will get, but one thing you will not get. What? The dukkha nivritti will not happen. Why dukkha nivritti will not happen? Because all worldly attainments, achievements comes with dukkham, comes with atrupti, makes you a slave. Makes you a slave. Slave means what? Addiction. Slavery means addiction. Correct. Slavery means addiction. Addiction we all understand, isn't it? Addiction we all understand. What is addiction? A restlessness. Addiction is the restlessness. What is that restlessness? The whole personality is shaking, shivering, jwara, feverishness. Out of non-understanding, the person thinks that if I get it more, I will be free from these 3. Only thing is that I don't have it enough. If the right quantum comes, I will be free from dukkham, atrupti, bandham. I have all these 3 because I am not having it in the required quantum, sir. The required quantum vandirthuna, I will be free from all this. And what is the required quantum? What is the required quantum? Whatsoever you don't have now is the required quantum. Always remember this. Whatsoever you don't have now seems to be the required quantum. And this will continue again and again and again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Punarapi janani jatare shayana. Iha samsare bahudustare. இந்த துக்கம் யாருமே பார்க்க மாட்டான்றாங்களே, he say. How come nobody is seeing this? Dukkam means dukkam, atrupti, bandham. It means all the three. Iha samsare bahudustare kripaya pare pahi murari. Nobody is worshipping the Murari. Murari means Krishna. Krishna means the goal. Therefore, finite indeed is the fruit. Another way of looking at that the finite is, which is what we repeat every class. What is the other way of looking at the finite? Agama payinaha anityaha. Another way of looking at finite. Low angle the mind will still. How many angles we want to educate ourselves, how many ever angles you try to educate the mind will still go there only. That's where manana helps. You have to constantly keep reinforcing this again, and this is where manana comes. We have to constantly keep reinforcing it. This constant reinforcement is manana, and this manana alone strengthens the buddhi. This manana alone strengthens the intellect. Why? You learn it, you understand it, it stays with you for a while. The mind goes back. You stay with it, you understand it, you appreciate it, and the mind goes back to it. Every time the mind goes there, you got to pull it back. That pulling it back is called manana. Every time the mind goes to the world, you pull the mind back. And when you pull the mind back, you don't simply say, don't go. You should not pull. You should educate the mind. What is education? It is finite. Finite means you can educate it as agama payanaha anityaha, you can educate. Agama payano nityaha tam titikshasva. It is agama payanaha, it is anityaha. Therefore, it is finite. What is it? Agama payanaha anityaha means they come and go. They come and go. It is finite. Another way of looking at finite is, it is dukkham, it is atripti, it is bandham. Another way of looking at it is name, fame, ... health. Adu varaikum. Having recognized that there is something higher, why do you want to go to the higher and ask for the lower? You are able to conceive of something. That's why he calls them alpamedasam. You have conceived of, now we are discussing it from a totally different angle. Having conceived of something higher, why do you go to the higher and ask for something lower? For this alpamedasam, remember Swamiji's example. You know the Prime Minister of the country. What you should not go to him for? Shankar, what is that example? Train ticket not confirmed. Yeah. You know the Prime Minister and your train ticket, wait list, your train ticket. You call the Prime Minister and say, please confirm my. He will confirm it also. But what would you be called as? He will confirm, you will get it. But what you will be called as? Vijay, what you will be called as? Alpam. Yeah. Alpam medasam solla kudadu. Alpathoda nipattu. Yeah. Alpam medasam solli don't make it look refined and all. He is a refined teacher. Yeah. He's a wonderful teacher. He teaches so refined. But yeah. We are still so poor that we don't understand the language of refinement. So every now and then we have to use proper words that which we understand. Adukku Krishna is giving a word. What? Alpa medasam. Adala what you should cut. Medasama cut pannidunga. Retain the Margadi Masam, sir. The month of Margadi. Daily I am going to temple for what? Pongal. Daily I go to the temple morning because Pongal day. What would you call that person as? Huh? What would you call that person as? You go there for that. Why? You are able to conceive of something higher. You are able to associate with something higher. Do it wisely, do it rightly. He is not ridiculing that. He is only saying, having gotten into that, why do you go to the higher and ask for something lower? You go to the highest God and ask for something lower. What is lower? Name, fame, power, position, status, family, wealth, health. I don't go and ask God for anything, sir. Only my knee pain should go. Yeah. The arthritis pain is so much that I just want that arthritis pain to go. Okay, God says, Tadastu, arthritis pain is removed. Then what? Then what? Visa problem I'm having. The visa problem should get sorted out. God says, Tadastu, your visa problem is also sorted out. What do you want next? Grandchildren are not visiting me every year. They are coming only once in 3 years. Or they are saying, if you want to visit, come. And you also have to go, isn't it? You look at the flights, all senior citizens in the flights, isn't it? Why? Where are they going up and down? No young people are going up and down. All the old people are going up and down. Why? Obligation, no, sir. Obligation, no. What obligation? No obligation, no nothing. The bandham, the addiction can't let go. Are you able to follow? The bandham, the addiction can't let go. At least now you can practice. You are all by yourself. Yeah. And Prasad is enjoying that life now, correct? R.D. Prasad. Yeah. He told me also, you also don't come, he told me. Yeah. So he's enjoying that life. What is it? Vanaprastha life he's enjoying. Even now, why go here, there, here, there, here, there? Are you able to follow? But this is called bandham, addiction, slavery. It draws you. And when it draws you, how it will draw you? You won't know that you are getting drawn. And even if you get drawn, you will color it up. You will cover it up. You will make it look good. You will make it appear as though it is good. And what is appearance? What is the good appearance that gets justified? Duty is there, no, sir, what to do? Obligation is there, no, what to do? Correct. It is not obligation, it is slavery. It's not obligation, it is slavery. Alpamedasam will not be able to distinguish this difference. So what will they do? They go to God also and ask for. So what will they do? They go to God also and keep asking for these things. And God will not close his eyes and say, I will not grant. God will grant. And then you will complain to God. What? I agree that I am a foolish person. I agree that I am an ignorant person. I agree that I am dumb. Therefore, I didn't know what to ask rightly. At least you should have given it rightly, no? And your responsibility are there. Even there, God. Yeah, even there, God. Alpa Medasam, there is no limit to this. Alpa Medasam. Finite indeed is the fruit to those who are of small intelligence. The worshippers of the gods go to the gods. Likewise, my devotees reach me. You have a choice. What? Krishna. 2 hands he is having. The right hand and the left hand. You have the choice. What is in the right hand? The materialistic pursuits. What is in the left hand? The moksha. Moksha. You can aspire for, you can pursue one of that. And then when you go to God and say, that is Nishkama, which is what we are going to see later, which is how he is going to conclude this chapter. You need not go to him and ask for moksha and all. It is, at least I can ask God for moksha, no, sir. I should not ask God for artha, dharma, artha, kamandal. I should not ask, but at least I can ask for moksha, no. I will not cry for family and all that, but I can cry for moksha, no. Krishna will say, your habit of crying will not stop. your habit of asking will not stop. Why? Because for moksha, you need not cry, you need not ask. For moksha, what you need to do? You have to have the jnanam, the knowledge. What is the knowledge? You are free already. What is the knowledge? He will not say, I will give you moksha. He will say, you are free already. What is the difference between you and me? I have recognized it. You are yet to recognize it. What is the only difference between you and me? You also have two legs. I also have two legs. You also have two hands. I also have two hands. You also eat. I also eat. You also sleep. I also sleep. You also do everything. I also do everything. But there is one fundamental difference. What is the difference? I know who I am. You do not know who you are. I know who I am and do all this, and you do not know who you are and you do all this. And this knowing and not knowing is what? Moksha or bondages. Knowing is moksha, not knowing, ignorance is bondage. Atmabodha. Very clearly he has said, what? Sakshan mokshaika sadhanam. Pakasya vahniva jnanam vina moksho na siddhyati. There is no other way for moksha other than recognizing, other than the knowledge. And knowledge tells you what? And what does knowledge tell you? Free you are already. Free you are already. So Nishkama Bhakti takes you to that. In this verse and the next verse is going to talk about the Alpa Medasa. First he said they are virtuous. Then he said you will get what you want. But in my opinion, I will call you Alpa. Yes. Sariyana Alpampa. Yeah. Sariyana Alpa. Correct? Correct as solrana? Shankar. Is my accent correct? Sariyana Alpa. Krishna's opinion. I'm not saying. Krishna is saying Alpa Medasam. And then next verse. The next verse is going to continue the Alpa Medasam. And then from the last 4 verses, the Nishkama Bhakti, the true devotee attains liberation. That's how this chapter will be concluded. With this, we conclude the session for today. We continue with 24 onwards in the next session. Seriya?